The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Journeyman Stud, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pleasant Acres Stallions, Tampa Bay Downs, Valerie Daly, Showcase Properties, and Woodford Thoroughbreds. Hello everyone, Carl Nathy filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring racing's newest millionaire in the Grade 2 San Pasqual Stakes and a rising 3-year-old star who breaks his maiden in the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. We begin with sprinting fillies and mares at Gulfstream Park in the Miami Shores Handicap. Wedding Toast, the 11-10 favorite, Larry Colmus picks up the call.
Moving round the far turn, Best Behavior and Wedding Toast. And these two passed the 3-furlong pole on even terms. Old Doño, 2 lengths off of them. Rose to Gold ridden along to keep up in fourth. They went 45 flat for a half mile, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. Best Behavior and Wedding Toast head and head since the beginning. They're turning for home together. Old Doño, the closest pursuer, swings out 3 wide. They've separated themselves 5 lengths from the rest of the field. They're coming into the final furlong. Best Behavior and Wedding Toast still going at it. Old Doño still trying to come and get them. Wedding Toast has got the lead late. On the inside, Best Behavior down to these two, and Wedding Toast has it. Wedding Toast to win over Best Behavior.
In her first start off a 9-month layoff, Wedding Toast runs by Best Behavior to take it by a length and a quarter. Jose Lescano, the winning jockey, in 122 flat. Wedding Toast put together a 4-race winning streak as a 3-year-old, including the Grade 3 Cumley Stakes. The Kieran McLaughlin trainee made only 1 start last season, finishing second to Princess of Silmar in the Cat Key Stakes at Aqueduct. The 5-year-old mare by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Darley. Wedding Toast has 5 wins and 2 seconds in 7 starts and has earned $467,000 for Godolphin Racing. Jose Lescano with a safe ride of the week presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. Fillies and mares sprinting over the turf at Fairgrounds in the Panzaretta Stakes. Good Deed, the 1-5 favorite, John G. Dooley picks up the call.
The quarter was 22 seconds flat. They turn the corner in the Panzaretta, and it's Good Deed who cuts and runs for the final furlong and a half. Good Deed leads by 2. Here comes Seeking Miss Shelley, charging now after Good Deed. Angie's Prim Lady flattens, 1 time only, and Stupinator closer toward the fence. Just above the 16th pole, Good Deed holding on to this lead from a fully extended Seeking Miss Shelley. Good Deed, terrific on the Fairgrounds turf.
Odds-on favorite Good Deed by Pin Oak Stud Stallion Broken Vow, the front-running winner by 2.5 lengths over Longshot Seeking Ms. Shelley. Brian Hernandez Jr. up in 102 and 4. Runner-up in this race last season, Good Deed returned from a 9-month layoff to easily take an optional claimer over the course and trip in her latest. The Steve Margolis trainee is 4 of 6 sprinting over the Fairgrounds turf. The 5-year-old mare was bred in Kentucky by Bert, Elaine, and Richard Klein. Good Deed has earned nearly $363,000 for Richard and Bertram Klein. Good Deed paid $240 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Tampa Bay Downs for a full field of 12 in the Turf Dash. Bold Thunder, the 5-2 favorite. Richard Grunder has the call.
To the far turn they go. Bold Thunder sprints clear now to lead by 2. Hold On Smokey is now on the chase second. A break of 2, Storm of the Century. Now racing along third. Rojo Verde is up on the outside. Now racing along fourth. Green Mask is now fifth, but as they turn for home, it's Bold Thunder absolutely flying along and still 5 lengths to the good. Up on the outside, Hold On Smokey. Toward the rail, Storm of the Century. Far outside, a late run by Green Mask, but this one was over at the start. Bold Thunder very impressively.
The favorite Bold Thunder coasts home by 3 1/4 lengths over Green Mask. Daniel Centeno aboard in course record time of 54 and 3. Bold Thunder won or placed in 4 turf sprints last year, including a victory in the Silks Run Stakes at Gulfstream Park. He closed out the season with a 4th place finish in an allowance sprint at Gulfstream. The 5-year-old horse by Bold and Flashy was bred in Kentucky by Amir Group. Trained by Patricia Faro, Bold Thunder has earned nearly $252,000 for Andrew Sully. Bullet Train is a group-winning three-quarter brother to the Great Frankel. His first foals are yearlings of 2015 and are outstanding. Contact Crestwood Farm to inquire about Bullet Train. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Here's Sydney's Candy now full of run. And Sydney's Candy, very impressive turn of foot, puts them away and opens up on them now. An absolutely scintillating performance from Sydney's Candy. Never gave them a jab. We're in for an absolutely devastating performance here. Sydney's Candy, they would need to sprout wings to get to Sydney's Candy. But it's a one-horse race. That one horse is Sydney's Candy.
And they're off.
After finishing a disappointing 8th in her first start, Groupie Doll would rebound just 2 weeks later to impressively break her maiden. She would go on to become one of the best sprinters of her generation, earning back-to-back Eclipse Awards. After selling for $3.1 million at the Keeneland November sale, everyone believed her racing career was over. But Groupie Doll would return and add another graded stakes victory to her impressive resume. OCD Pellets, build stronger bone and build your success story.
Combining the legacy of Kentucky with the fertile breeding ground of Florida, Woodford Thoroughbreds proudly introduces in 2014 Warfront's best son to stand at stud, multiple graded stakes winner, Sold Out, and juvenile Grade 1 winner of the Hopeful Stakes, Currency Swap. Woodford Thoroughbreds, where a new generation of horse racing excellence has begun.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Discover Ocala, horse capital of the world, centrally located between Orlando and Jacksonville. Ocala's thoroughbred industry has many incentives to breed, raise, and train thoroughbreds. Here are a few recent listings: Oak View, Copacabana, Marnick, Ocala, Marion County. Come visit us and we'll show you why it's a great place to live.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with a repeat winner of the Grade 3 Hal's Hope Stakes. Coming up in this segment, we begin with turf fillies and mares at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 3 Marshalls River Stakes. Paranda, the 6-5 favorite, Larry Colmus has the call.
So they go on to the backstretch with Skylander Girl and Luis Contreras leading the way. Alette is running in second. Papa Scat third on the outside. Paranda in behind, horses covered up in fourth. Then it's Ready Signal, followed by Strike Charmer to the inside. Scampering is right to the outside of Alette up the backstretch. Or rather, that is Summer Moon in between horses. And down on the inside, coming on through is Why Catherine. And the trailer up the backstretch, Candy Kitty, who had trouble on that first turn, a 48 4.5 mile. And they go into the turn now with Skylander Girl in front. And Alette is second to the outside. These two, 1-2, Paranda running in third at the rail and well held at this stage. Paranda's just going to need some running room. Outside of her, Papa Scat follows in fourth. Ready Signal is sent up on the far outside. Strike Charmer is there. Why Catherine and Scampering. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And off the turn, it's Skylander Girl. Skylander Girl has Paranda coming after her now. Skylander Girl and Paranda. 1 furlong to run. Paranda takes the lead. Skylander Girl back to second. And then it's Why Catherine, Scampering, and Strike Charmer, but Paranda's got it. Paranda and John Velasquez win the Marshalls River.
Favored Paranda takes it by 3 lengths over long shot Skylander Girl, who has a nose on Why Catherine. John Velasquez aboard the Florida bred in 142-2. Paranda making her first start in the colors of China Horse Club, which acquired the winner for $800,000 in November. A 4-time stakes winner last season, she was also making her debut for trainer Christophe Clement. A 7-time winner over the Gulfstream Turf, Paranda has earned $893,000. The 6-year-old mare by English Channel was bred in Florida by Kinsman Farm and originally sold for $13,000 at the OBS April 2-year-old sale. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Male turf horses at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 2 Fort Lauderdale Stakes. Mashawish, the 9-5 favorite. And again, here's Larry Colmus.
So they go to the backstretch with Silver Freak and Julian Leparoux making the pace a length and a half. Mosler is second, Lochte third to the inside. Mashawish follows in fourth. How Great moving up alongside of Mashawish now. And Mashawish is in behind horses, is going to move with How Great. Mashawish is just to the outside now of second place runner Mosler as the field moves for the turn. Silver Freak, Mosler, Mashawish to the outside. Lochte, How Great is right there. Za Approval on the far outside. And then Grand Tito. Tesserone is after that. Fredericksburg 5 lengths off the lead. Then comes Moutin and Shiva Ryan. The half was in 48-2 as they round the far turn, 3/4, 111-4. And it is Silver Freak on the inside. Mashawish is moving now while going wide. Mashawish did not handle the turn all that well, but is coming up to the front runners at the top of the stretch. It is Silver Freak in front. Mosler, Mashawish, Grand Tito running a big one. Lochte is splitting horses too. And then Grand on the far outside, Za Approval. They're coming down to the line, and it's going to be Mashawish to win.
The favorite Mashawish holds off long shot Grand Tito by a neck for a 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Javier Castellano aboard in 141 flat. Winner of the Group 2 Sabile Mile at Maydon last February, Mashawish makes it back-to-back stakes wins at Gulfstream Park for Todd Fletcher, who took over as trainer last summer. The 5-year-old horse by Medaglia d'Oro is bred in Kentucky by OTIF 2007. The first North American graded stakes winner for Al Shakab Racing. Mashawish has earned $876,000. The colt was consigned by Bedouin Bloodstock to the 2011 Keeneland September yearling sale, where he was purchased by Brown Island Stables for $10,000. Grade 2 Fort Lauderdale Stakes winner Mashawish, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. Next from Gulfstream Park, the Grade 3 Howell's Hope Stakes over the main track. Last year's winner Lee, the even money favorite. Again, here is Larry Colmus.
24-3 was the first quarter as they move up the backstretch. Golden Lad in front with Valid alongside, Prayer for Relief third, and now Lee moves up into fourth. Confrontation trails with 3 lengths to make up as they head past the half-mile pole. Golden Lad on the inside, Valid alongside, Prayer for Relief outside of them. Lee waits in fourth. 2 lengths behind the pace setters through a half in 47 3/5 seconds. Around the far turn, Valid with 3 furlongs to go, pokes ahead in front. Golden Lad has come under pressure. Prayer for Relief is out there on the outside. Lee still looking for running room in behind horses. Meanwhile, Confrontation circles up on the outside, and Lee has been left behind last, but still in the race as they come to the top of the stretch. Valid, Prayer for Relief, Confrontation on the outside. Where's Lee going to go? He's going to swing to the far outside to try to run them down in the last furlong. Confrontation, Prayer for Relief, Valid, and Lee. The 4 of them come down to the line in the Howell's Hope. Here comes Lee to win it.
In his first start off an 11-month layoff, Lee by Claiborne Farm stallion First Samurai rallies from last to score by half a length over Confrontation, who noses out Prayer for Relief for place. Joel Rosario aboard in 135-2. Winner of the 2014 edition in his first start for Bill Mott, Lee followed up with a victory over champion Will Take Charge in the Grade 1 Don Handicap. The 6-year-old horse was bred in Kentucky by his owners, Claiborne Farm and Adele Dulschneider. Lee has earned $802,000. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Jimmy Creed, Distorted Humor's most brilliant Grade 1 winning son to retire to stud. Now available on a limited basis on Spendthrift's Breed Secure program for 2015.
Shaking it up on the outside, Central Bankers shaking it up to win in a driving finish. Shaking it up, and David Flores won the Malibu. They're almost in a straight line as they come for home now. Shaking it up will win it. Shaking it up, coming home powerfully. Shaking it up in a thorough take-it winner.
From the Gone West sire line comes the powerfully made, brilliant 2-year-old Horse Greeley. With first crop graded stakes winners, Horse Greeley is siring quality runners throughout North America.
Clearly now with an arresting victory here. Crushes the field and a good field it was.
Leave the light on with the lead. They come for the finish line. Leave the light on. Wins the Remsen.
The early results look promising for Horse Greeley, standing at Claiborne Farm.
Point of entry would not be denied. And they're into the stretch.
Point of entry's taking the lead. Point of entry, a 2-length lead.
It's Point of Entry taking the lead. Point of Entry will go to the Breeders' Cup on a 5-race winning streak.
5-time Grade 1 winner from a deep Phipps family, with the pedigree and physical to become the heir of Dinah Former. Point of Entry, standing at Adena Springs.
A Florida bred. He is not just a racehorse. He is our heart. He is our toil and sweat. He soaks up the bright sunshine, becoming mighty and strong. He feasts on our abundant grass and drinks our mineral-rich water. He is a way of life, our champion. His excellence brings us chills as he competes, inspiring us to greatness. He is our purpose, our soul. He is a Florida bred.
Living up at the Downs. Do you like having a great time with your friends and family? Then you will have a great time. Come out to Tampa Bay Downs and you will see Thoroughbred racing, Texas Hold'em tournaments. You gotta know when to pull them. Help your golf game at our practice range. You can bet there's so much more. Tampa Bay Downs. Live it up at the Downs.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with a maiden winner of the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. Coming up in this segment, 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. 3-year-old fillies at Delta Downs in the By the Light Stakes. Cool Song, the 1-2 favorite. Don Stevens has the call.
Charging to the far turn, the half in 48 seconds flat. Royal Song Dancer has the lead under Billy Potan. The advantage still about 2.5, as Cool Song's going to have to do better than that. It's another 2.5 or 3, and Z-Smoke starts to reel in the front runners. She takes an inside path now, and she's soon to take over second, it appears. It's about 4 lengths back then to a driving Zelda Can Dance just on the outside of Casual Class, but they've still got to catch Royal Song Dancer. She's got a 3-length lead in the upper stretch. It's Royal Song Dancer still in front on the inside. Moving up here is Z-Smoke, and from there it's Cool Song, but this one goes to Royal Song Dancer, who takes the By the Light.
7-1, Royal Song Dancer takes the field gate to wire to defeat Z-Smoke by 3.5 lengths. Billy Potan up in 128-3, the first stakes victory for Royal Song Dancer, who was coming off an allowance victory over the track. The filly by Langfuhr was bred in Kentucky by Dale Romans. Royal Song Dancer has earned nearly $83,000 for Michelle Brown. Chad Cook trains the winner. The Biederman Real Estate featured listing this week features a state-of-the-art stallion barn and breeding shed with an attached 3,000 square foot office or residence. Log on to BiedermanRealEstate.com to see all of our current listings. Next from Delta Downs, 3-year-olds in the Big Drama Stakes. Control Stake, the 1-5 favorite. Once again, here is Don Stevens.
They went that quarter in 23:44, and Control Stake is doing it nicely on the lead. Hasn't been asked yet. Sharon's Boys right to the outside as Nublado Bling moves up a little bit closer from third. Fusaichi Flame is still back there in fourth. From that point, it's Lucky Stranger and still a ways back to His World as they hit the second turn now and come for home. They went a half mile in 47.92, and now Control Stake. The reins get shook just a bit, and he starts to draw clear. Sharon's Boy is still all alone in second, but he feels the wick. Nublado Bling is coming on from third. Then comes Fusaichi Flame and Lucky Stranger. They've straightened away, and it is Control Stake now pulling away. On the inside, Fusaichi Flame moves up to the outside. It's Lucky Stranger, but they're in deep stretch, and they're not going to get to Control Stake, who wins the big drama at Delta Downs.
Odds-on favorite Control Stake, the front-running winner by 2 lengths over long shot Fusaichi Flame. Lucky Stranger third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales graduates. Gerard Melanson up in 127-1. The first stakes victory for Control Stake, who placed in the Jean Lafitte Stakes over the track and the Sugar Bowl Stakes at Fairgrounds at 2. The colt by Discreetly Mine was bred in Kentucky by BPN. An $85,000 OBS August yearling control stake has earned nearly $140,000 for Klarovich Stables and William H. Lawrence. Darby Dan Farm Stallion Runaway and Hide is the best son of leading sire City Zip, with 15% stakes horses and 8% stakes winners. Runaway and Hide bred 120 mares in 2014, his biggest and highest quality book to date. To Santa Anita for the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. Calculator, the 3-5 favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
And away they go. St. Joe Bay bobbled a little at the start. Rock Shandy's fast into stride, and St. Joe Bay wanted that lead. St. Joe Bay now sprints through to take over. Pioneer of the West is right there in second. They sprint early. Rock Shandy, Papa Cool's hooked a little wide. Unblunted down at the rail is only 3.5 off the leaders. The grey is the favourite. Calculator now starting to pass some horses. In behind that comes Rockin' Adden at the back of the leading group, and last of all is Hero 10-all. Down the backstretch they go, and St. Joe Bay at the rail gets pressure from Pioneer of the West. They stride for stride. Papa Cool in third. Rock Shandy down at the rail. Calculators in fifth. No more than 3 lengths covers all those runners. Then comes Rockin' Adden, unblunted down at the rail, and still last of all is Hero 10-all. Less than a half mile to go in the sham now, and St. Joe Bay continues to show the way to Pioneer of the West. Rock Shandy, Papa Cool between them. Calculator now has to go on the far side, and Calculator comes to tackle them. Then back to Rockin' Adden, unblunted behind that. Coming to the quarter pole, and here's Calculator the grey on the outside. Calculator now takes the lead at the top of the lane in the sham. And it's Calculator just getting a tap on the shoulder now. He's drawing clear. St. Joe Bay on the inside. Pioneer of the West and Rock Shandy. Past the 8th pole they come, and it's all Calculator. Calculator out here moving like a winner in the sham. Calculator could not have been more impressive. Elvis Trujillo just had to point him in the right direction. Calculator waltzes home.
Odds-on favorite Calculator draws off to defeat long-shot Rock Shandy by 4 1/4 lengths. Elvis Trujillo aboard the Florida-bred in 134 4. Runner-up to American Pharaoh in both the Grade 1 Del Mar Futurity and the Grade 1 Frontrunner Stakes. Calculator missed the Breeders' Cup Juvenile with a foot problem. The Peter Miller trainee coming back from a 3.5-month layoff to break his maiden in the Sham Stakes. Calculator has earned $193,000 for Richard Pell. The colt by Insummation was bred in Florida by Ocala Stud and was a $132,000 OBS April 2-year-old. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Coming up, racing's newest millionaire.
Goes 140 at 130.40. You get 40, you get 140, you get 130.
Down about to down 87, 90 pound daughter, down about to down 90 grand bay, 890,000 daughter, down about to down 90. 85 on a minute, now 85, what do you think it's 5 here? 85,000 daughter, down about to down 5 on the minute.
Share what you love about Florida.
Since Florida's first Kentucky Derby winner, Needles, in 1956, Florida has produced 50 national champions, the last Triple Crown winner, 13 Classic winners, 155 millionaires, memorable performances, and 26 Breeders' Cup winners. Produce your next champion in Florida.
Every industry has a way to compare quality. The benchmark in the thoroughbred industry has always been Grade 1 winners, and no other active sire in North America has had more success than Giant's Causeway. His Grade 1 supremacy continues with superstars like 2-year-old filly Take Charge Brandy.
Take Charge Brandy has gone all the way.
Giant's Causeway, standing at Coolmore, America, home of champions.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 San Pasquale Stakes. Opportunity, the 4-5 favorite. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
And away they go. Quadrivium breaks smartly from the inside gate, but there's a rush on for the lead now. Here comes Blue Tone sprinting up. Big Casanova is right there as well, Appealing Tail on the outside. They couldn't be going much quicker. Quadrivium is another one that's in there. But Cello has the green cap, 5 lengths off the leaders. On the far side, we have Bronzo. In the rail comes Opportunity, Majestic Harbor in the white colors towards the rear, then Mr. Commons. Salto del Indio is racing back second last, and Tonito M the trailer. On to the backstretch they go, still full bore for the distance. Big Casanova down at the rail, keeping the pressure on as Blue Tone. Those two go clear by almost 4 now. Then we come back to Appealing Tail in third, being followed then by Opportunity making headway, Quadrivium up alongside of that. Behind them comes Bracello, then Majestic Harbor. Mr. Commons got to be a good 11 off these leaders. Bronzo on the far side. Then comes Salto del Indio and Tonito M. Past the 3/8 they go, and Big Casanova's shaken loose and kicks for home. Big Casanova a length and a half. Blue Tone chases him in second. Appealing Tail is back in third. Then comes Quadrivium. Bronzo on the outside. Opportunity down at the rail. Tonito M is next. They come to the top of the lane now. Big Casanova's hanging on to the lead. Here's Appealing Tail on the outside. Opportunity down at the rail coming with a run too. Blue Tone is battling on tenaciously. Opportunity on the inside gets the lead. Opportunity in front with a 16th to go. Opportunity, Appealing Tail on the outside. Late run Tonito M, but Opportunity to win. Opportunity's won the San Pasquale.
Odds-on favorite Opportunity sneaks through along the rail to defeat 12-1 Appealing Tail by a length and 3/4. Blue Tone third for a sweep by Keeneland sales graduates. Martin Garcia, the winning rider, in 141-3. Winner of the Grade 2 Rebel Stakes and runner-up to California Chrome in the Grade 1 Santa Anita Derby. The Bob Baffert trainee capped off his 3-year-old campaign with a victory over older horses in the Grade 1 Clark Handicap. The Colt by Any Given Saturday was bred in Kentucky by Bob and Jim Betts, DJ Stables, Chuck Kidder, and Nancy Robinault. A $300,000 Keeneland September yearling, Opportunity, has banked $1,070,000 for Carl Watson, Michael Pegram, and Paul Whiteman. 3-year-olds in the spotlight this weekend with the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes at Fairgrounds, the California Derby at Golden Gate Fields, and the Smarty Jones Stakes at Oaklawn Park. We'll have those races plus fillies and mares in the Grade 2 Santa Monica Stakes from Santa Anita next week right here on Thoroughbred Week. Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture. Online at tbredweek.com.